All I know to do, just tough it out. I'm telling you, just tough it out. I'm serious. I mean, that's what President Trump said yesterday. Just tough it out. Don't take it. I'm telling you, don't take it. I'm telling you, don't give it to the kids. Just tough it out. I can't remember trying to get all of my media here set up. I can't remember the last time I took a Tylenol. I'm not a Tylenol guy, but acetaminophen. How do you say that? Acetaminophen? I really can't remember the last time I took a Tylenol. Just saying. So they are losing it this morning. I wonder what the stock on this morning. Where's it at here? I have it. I'm your host, Diane. I'm going to want. Well, give me. I'm going to want 32, but wait for me to give you the green light, the go on it. I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Now, hi, Diane. Now, obviously, we have the UN, which in New York City, they definitely know when it's UN week, traffic-wise. We have that going on. We have Russia buzzing jets. Estonia, is that what it is? Estonia, right? That could be going on. We have major news coming from NIH and FDA and Dr. Oz and RFK Jr. and President Trump. But I will show you in a minute at 5 a.m. the most important thing in the universe. Jimmy Kimmel. You know, I never watched the guy. I didn't. I've never liked him. I have to tell you, I was not a big fan of the Man Show. Remember when he did the Man Show? He's a slob. Jimmy Kimmel, true inside, is a slob. He is. I mean, the way he has treated women, and the Man Show. I didn't watch it. I mean, I remember it. It was disgusting. And I have never thought he was funny. The thing in the past week that I'm most interested in is the fact they keep calling him a comedian. And I'm not getting it. Diane, what was that number I asked you for? It's sundown yesterday, so we want to say, I forget the number. Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. So, happy to our Jewish friends. Happy Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. And by the way, the rapture didn't happen. The algorithm was all off. Can you see in 10 years making a doctor's appointment? What seems to be your problem, sir? My algorithm is off. What do you mean? I just don't feel my algorithm is right. I'd like to come in for an algorithm check, and maybe you can recalibrate it for me. That's not a joke. I don't know what, I mean, I don't know if you're going to have a chip and you're going to go in every so often, recalibrate your algorithm to make sure they're manipulating you properly or indoctrinating you, whatever it may be. That's not a joke, all right? I hear algorithm more times a day. So sundown yesterday, our Jewish friends started their their holiday. Give me number 60. Man, we got a lot to do. The Georgia Hour. So, wonder what the stock will be. Tylenol maker Kenvue, right? Is that it? Kenvue blast Trump administration autism claim. Now, as you well know, we cannot say research autism. We can't do it. We're not allowed to. There's been no administration. Now, mothers out there, you cannot tell me that mothers are upset in America because this administration is tired of it. Just going, I mean, Big Pharma, they lost it yesterday. The lobbyists lost it yesterday. They're stressed out. If you have a big pharmaceutical company and you have this big division and you go there and you visit the pharmaceutical company, and our whole 5th floor is dedicated to vaccine research. For what? We don't know yet. We have a team up there. You see, if they would complete all the vaccines you need, just how many shots can they come up with to inject a human to test us, right? But once they complete that, you shut the war down. I mean, turn it into a bowling alley. I don't care what you do with it. But no, they got to keep that money flowing. And to keep that money flowing, they got to have that vaccine research department. So that being said, yesterday, they have to be losing it. Trump comes out. I watched the 1.5-hour press conference yesterday. I watched it. And I don't remember Biden's administration. I don't even remember George W. Bush's administration. I really don't. I don't remember at any time Barack Hussein Obama. I don't remember any administration saying we've got to get to the bottom of this. You know, our kids don't need to be a TV show. I mean, there's a TV show called Life on the Spectrum, right? Life on the Spectrum. And that's all I heard this morning out of Joe Scarborough. Kids are on the spectrum, and they got Asperger's. And this jackass, I swear, this total, complete jackass, Joe Scarborough said, because I think Joe and I are around the same age, just saying. Joe said when we were in school, that would include me, maybe even you, that we had kids that we called quirky. They were just a little quirky. And maybe if we would had the research. Now listen to this BS that he said this morning. And who does he get to agree with him? Number 54. Now this is little Willie, whatever. He gets the Van Gupta. They brought in the Van Gupta. Everybody get your white coats on. We're going in. Get on your white coat. We're going in. He gets the Van Gupta to come in. They always get the Van Gupta. They got a Gupta everywhere. CNN's got their own Gupta. They got their own Gupta. It's a Gupta here, Gupta there. But they bring them in the white coats. Right? This is serious. No joke. Joe Scarborough said, well, you know, Dr. Van Gupta, back when I was a kid, you know, those kids were in school. And we said they were quirky. But maybe today, with the research we have now, that's why the numbers are up as high as they are, because we now can identify it. And what is this guy says? Joe, Joe, I could not have explained it any better. That's why, that's why we have it identified down to 1 in 32 and 1 in 12 in boys. It was identified 1 in 20,000, Joe, back in your days when they were just quirky in school, when they were quirky, all right? Couldn't have described it any better, Joe. We all have, and somewhere we all have family members. I am so tired. He made me so angry this morning talking about, he said the spectrum like 9 times. I mean, within a minute. And it really made me angry. Okay. And I know families that have children that their kids can't talk. And I know families that have children that they get real fidgety. They can't take a noise, or they can't take something. I know families that have to put headsets on their kids, or noise canceling headphones, or ear whatever covers on their kids just to take them in the grocery store. And that if something's not exactly right, they could just start. And the lady said it yesterday. And I don't want to get teared up, because anytime we talk about our children, it absolutely, it just absolutely, wow, Joe Scarborough, you just complete total jackass. But anyhow, I've seen kids that can't take something. My niece was autistic. When I said was, I'm sorry. She is. I mean, she's 40 years old now. But my niece, when she was young, if we did not keep her in the routine, I mean, literally, you go in the store, and if you don't go to the right aisle first, I mean, you could have to just leave the entire store. That's no joke. I mean, my niece, we've seen it. My mom, God bless her for raising my niece, we know firsthand. Start kicking the wall. When the mom said yesterday, and she said this in the press conference, these people are garbage. They are bad people. I mean, money corrupts, right? But these are bad people. The mom said yesterday, when you tell the child, the mother, they had a couple mothers come up, their children are autistic, and the mom said, when you tell the child no, and they don't understand the why behind no. And I have to tell you, it just didn't, the way the mother said it yesterday. I mean, I was like, wow. I get it, but hearing it from you, the mother said, you tell the child no, you can't go to a friend's house. You can't say, you end up, no. But the child is not connecting the why behind telling them no. So yesterday, President Trump has told RFK Jr., Trump said this. Okay, so let me just say this. Get my Trump watch to make sure people still believe I support Trump. There's times when our president's not the smoothest guy in the world. I watched it yesterday, and there were times when I was saying, Trump, shut the hell up. Give it to Dr. Oz. Give it to Dr. Oz. Please give it to the NIH director. Please give it to the FDA director. Please give it to RFK Jr. and the primary care. Oh my God. I did not get. Diane, could you Google something for me? And if you can't do it, it's okay. But yesterday in the press conference, it would be the press conference, President Trump's press conference on autism, and I forget her name. She is a physician. She was there. She's a physician, and she's a pediatrician. She spoke, a pediatrician. I don't know if you can find that video. Tell me. I'd like to get that in today, because what I'd like for people to hear is the actual people, professionals that spoke yesterday. But yeah, there's times when, our president's just not the smoothest guy, but he's sincere. He really is. He said yesterday in this hour and 20 minutes, he said, look, we've done, Trump has done nothing that is obviously not identified as the greatest thing that ever happened, right? I mean, we know our president, right? And Trump says, we've done all these great things, the tariffs, the great things, brought down inflation, great things. And he starts listing all these great things that the administration has done. He said, but nothing is as important as this, meaning our future, our children. I mean, I don't care what you say about Donald J. Trump. I don't care if you don't like him. I don't care if you make fun of him. I really don't. Hey, freedom of speech, bada bing, bada boom, right? But what I do know is I've seen the granddaughter decide she wanted to go sit in grandpa's lap. And I get it. So Trump yesterday, let me give you a couple. They come out of the box. Where's the opening? Don't take the Tylenol. Don't take it. Give me video 15.
Also ahead, we'll go through President Trump's unfounded claims about Tylenol, tying the drug to autism. The question is, how is the medical community responding?
Unfounded claims. Unfounded claims. And how is the medical community responding? Unfounded claims. How is the medical community responding to these unfounded claims? Now, they all went for the major attack. Give me number 60, because you're going to hear everybody speak on this. Tylenol maker Ken View blast Trump administration on their autism claims. All right. I think their stock is going to crash today. Now, Jimmy Kimmel actually was the opening. 5 a.m., 4:30, it doesn't matter where you're watching or what network you're watching, if you are. Hopefully you're here now. This morning, they opened up with freedom of speech is saved for the time being because Kimmel is back. Really? We'll look at that in just a minute. Diane, I can't remember which one, but I may want to cut one of these. Let's just go ahead with video. Go with video 10. Now, what I want to show you, go with video 10 and then I'll explain.
In the common pain reliever.
First, effective immediately, the FDA will be notifying physicians that the use of let's see how we say that. Acetaminophen. Is that okay? Which is basically commonly known as Tylenol, during pregnancy can be associated with a very increased risk of autism. So taking Tylenol is not good. All right, I'll say it. It's not good. if you can't tough it out, if you can't do it, that's what you're going to have to do. You'll take a Tylenol, but it'll be very sparingly. It can be something that's very dangerous to the woman's health. But with Tylenol, don't take it. Don't take it. Comfortable, it won't be as easy, maybe, but don't take it. If you're pregnant, don't take Tylenol. And don't give it to the baby after the baby is born.
All right, let's get into it.
All right, so it's not good. Not good. Now, they are going to highlight that he struggled pronouncing acetaminophen. But they're going to highlight that's the opening on all the networks that he struggled with that. Not good. Not good. Just tough it out. Just tough it out. Trump said tough it out. It's a nightmare out there. Tough it out. Don't do it. Now, yesterday I watched the hour and a half. Just don't do it. Don't take the damn Tylenol. Don't do it. Put it back. Put it back. Don't take it. Tough it out. You'll be okay there. You know, you'll be okay there, Nancy boy. You'll be fine. Tough it out. You just got a little fever. So they don't run on any of the networks. 1 in 20,000, 1 in 10,000, 1 in 31, 1 in 12 in boys. No, you don't hear that. I watched 3 hours, multiple networks, 4 hours this morning before I came on the air. You will not hear them talk about the closest they came this morning was that jackass Joe Scarborough saying back when I was a kid, and I'm talking me, that we had some kids in school that were a little quirky. Yeah. And maybe they are now diagnosed with autism, and that's where the increase. I mean, so they want to continue. This is all they want to do. Give me video 13, CNN.
Early start this morning, medical experts there criticizing the president's announcement that links the use of acetaminophen while pregnant with autism.
Effective immediately, the FDA will be notifying physicians that the use of well, let's see how we say that. Acetaminophen. Acetaminophen. Is that okay? Which is basically commonly known as Tylenol. I'm just making these statements from me. I'm not making them from these doctors because when they talk about, different results, different studies, I talk about a lot of common sense.
Thing is, he made these claims despite decades of evidence that painkiller, that acetaminophen, is safe. In fact, Tylenol considered the only safe over-the-counter option for pregnant women. Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. Sanjay Gupta explains the science behind it.
Well, understandable if people are confused by what they heard coming out of the White House regarding Tylenol and autism. This is something, first of all, that is not new. There have been a lot of studies looking into this over the last couple of decades, many of which we've reported on. There has never been a cause and effect relationship established between Tylenol or acetaminophen, which is the active ingredient, and autism, just to make that clear.
Can you hold that video there? I don't want to go back to that video, but can you hold that video there? I know I'm like, wow. Okay, so don't you like how the networks have the evidence? No matter what it is, they have the evidence. They're holding the evidence. Well, here at CNN, we have evidence, and we've got our own Van Gupta. They got a Gupta over there. We got a Gupta over here. Yes, it's never been tied to that. Nothing. So before I play some more of that, I'll tell you what I want to do. It's 8:25. We're going to come back. And we're going to I'm going to come back and go over what actually NIH said. I don't want to bore you, but our children are too important. That press conference was major. NIH director, FDA director, Dr. Oz comments, and the pediatrician, if we have them. I want you to hear from those people. I might even get the mom. I don't know if we'll have time. Now, I want to show you something. And before you say, why would I even acknowledge this? I know what you're going to say. Give me 98. Because this is floating around. I'm going to explain to you later in the program why I would even acknowledge this. Bag of cash investigation. Border czar speaks out. Not gold bars. He's not Gold Bar Menendez. Bag of cash investigation. I'm telling you right now, I will explain why that is on the screen later in the program. All right, take that down. Trump will be over at the United Nations today. All nations are lining up against Israel. Wonder what that means. And give me number 5. Yesterday, I put this up on the screen. It's a tiger. It's a tiger. It's a tiger. Don't get in the cage. It's a tiger. On any given time, the tiger will. Did you not watch Madagascar? Leo, it's a tiger. I'll be back after these brief messages.
It's Truck Month Plus at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save $11,000 off new Silverado 1500 crew cabs. Plus, get $500 bonus cash for your trade. Pick your Silverado from our huge selection. Save a whopping $11,000 off. Plus, $500 bonus cash for your trade during Truck Month Plus at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
Notice of candidacy. I will check that out in a minute. I am back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Good morning, Diane. Now, I said before we started, we will get to, I'm just going to tell you this. I don't like to ever present fear, but I want to say this. Please pay attention to your surroundings. Be cautious. Watch out everything that's happening. Watch out for everything that's happening, moving, whatever. Because the UN is gathered in New York City. I know you don't care about the UN. The French, my God, Macron, French-bred Macron, is standing up there saying he supports a 2-state solution. so we must listen to the French, right? But there are so many things moving and happening in our world that don't surround ABC News and Jimmy Kimmel, or even Turning Point Action and freedom of speech and his television show. And I will tell you this, if you watch the news, they have covered up so much that's going on. I'm concerned that something's about to happen. And I don't know why. I'm just going to leave it out there. It's not intended to cause fear. But as I look under the layer, there's some big things happening and they want to keep you away from. Now, this morning, all the networks from 3:30 a.m., all they could talk about is Jimmy Kimmel. Number 27, number 28, go from 27 to 28. That's the New York Post. Jimmy Kimmel. Oh man, he's going to be back. I've never watched him. So I've never watched the guy. Number 28. There you go. Number 29, the New York Times, even the New York Times. You cross the pond to number 33, right? But Big Pharma. So Jimmy, that is, I will tell you this, and I'm not going down this road. I want to show you something here. I start with first look at ABC, as they say, give me 99. This was right. This is 4 o'clock in the morning. This is coming on at 4 a.m. And what's even Atlanta News First at 4:40, number 92, right? Here you go. This is Jimmy Kimmel. 5 a.m. this morning. The very first story out of the box, 5 a.m. Number 90, MSNBC. Will ABC affiliates air Kimmel's show? That's right. Now, hearing from the NIH director, hearing from the FDA, whatever. What's happening in Israel, what's happening around the world. This is what is the 5 a.m. for this network. Then, see if I can get the CNN. You look at the bottom, 5 a.m. Number 82, Kimmel returns to TV tonight. 5 a.m. Very first thing. So while the networks, give me number 81, are all out there, they're really trying to attack Trump. Acetaminophen, is that how it's pronounced? They're trying to go after Trump on his inability to pronounce acetaminophen, I think so. All right. They just totally bypass number 75, Tylenol extra strength. Trump links Tylenol to autism. Number 71, Trump links Tylenol to autism despite evidence. It's safe. The evidence says it's safe. Why do they always get the evidence? How come we never get the evidence and they do? Why do they always get the evidence? Now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some clips, not of Donald Trump, NIH, FDA, the pediatrician, Dr. Fink. I sent you video 16. I found a link. And you will not see this on any other networks. They did not bring up this morning a drug that they're approving. I can't pronounce the name. Nowhere do you see that. It's all about big pharma. It's all about Tylenol. And Trump's lack of being able to pronounce it. Give me video 1, Dr. Oz.
The FDA, based on NIH research, is approving prescription leucovorin for treatment of autistic children. Now, if you're following the script, there should be 2 questions that you have, 2 questions that should come to your mind. The first is, how will patients and parents get access to the treatment? I'll tell you how. Over half of American children are covered by Medicaid and CHIP, government health insurance, over half. And therefore, because they're covered in Medicaid and CHIP, upon this label change by Marty, state Medicaid programs in partnership with CMS will cover prescription leucovorin around the country. It's yours, but you have to go to a doctor to get a prescription because they know your child, they know you, and they know the medication. States will also have tools to monitor its use and ensure appropriate utilization. That's important for a bunch of reasons because we want the right kids getting the right prescription medications. We believe private insurance companies will rapidly follow our lead if they have not already done so. And again, to make sure that this is safe and effective treatment, you need a physician to prescribe the medication because it's on prescription.
What was the question to Dr. Oz? Well, there's been so many cuts to, healthcare, and no, waste and fraud. Waste and fraud. So Dr. Oz makes an announcement that the FDA approved from NIH's research to label leucovorin, seems to be the way it's pronounced, leucovorin as I think I have it here, Diane. I don't, I don't guess I do. Leucovorin, that was in yesterday, as a treatment for autism. Nothing on any of the networks this morning. Now, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But this has been approved, leucovorin, as a treatment that can be used. The FDA, it's going to be packaged now for this. It's going to be right on the label. Now, remember, remember oxychloroquine and ivermectin? They said, well, we can't give it to you because it's not been approved as a medication for COVID. It's not an approved use. That's very big when a drug gets an approved use. This now has an approved use for autism treatment. Nothing on the networks. Now, let's go to the NIH director. This is a little lengthy, but I want you to hear these, not the corrupt media. Video 3.
I'm proud to announce today that the NIH has launched the Autism Data Science Initiative to turbocharge autism research, devoting an additional $50 million to the cause of studying autism. Nearly 250 research teams from across the country applied, sent in their applications, and were peer-reviewed by the NIH review panels. The NIH peer reviewers chose the 13 best projects focused on root causes and therapies, with replication and validation studies to guarantee gold standard science. The studies feature a new kind of science called exposomics, where scientists consider environmental and medical factors, nutrition, events during pregnancy, in combination with biology and genetics to answer vital questions about autism. Science like this, conducted in partnership with families and physicians, is the best way to arrest and reverse the autism epidemic. Autism spectrum disorder encompasses a very wide range of symptoms, ranging from mild difficulties with social interactions to profoundly autistic children who experience severe disabilities in speech and behavior. Given this wide range of symptoms across the spectrum, it seems certain that there will be a wide range of biological contributors to explaining the cause. The great thing about the new NIH initiative on autism is that scientists will use rigorous advanced methods in causal inference, machine learning, organoids, and other fresh approaches to the problem. The sharp rise in the prevalence of autism deserves an urgent response by the scientific community. As Bobby said, the NIH has invested a lot of money to study autism over the years, but the research has not produced the answers that families and parents of autistic children deserve, and autistic children themselves deserve. For too long, it's been taboo to ask some questions for fear the scientific work might reveal a politically incorrect answer. Because of this restricted focus in scientific investigations, the answers for families have been similarly restricted, often pointing families to behavioral therapies that don't work for every kid, or suggest non-modifiable genetic factors as the cause. But genetics alone can't explain such a sharp rise in autism prevalence over just a few decades, as the president said. In coming months and years, as NIH scientists learn more that can help autistic children and their families, we won't delay. Like scientists often like to do. I can say as a scientist myself, it's really tempting to delay, but but in face of a problem like this, you have to move fast. But we will not delay before telling American people about what we find, and we will win the public trust with transparency and rigor. Already, our broadened focus on autism research has pointed to 2 items that will help families prevent and treat some cases of autism. I'll leave the good news on these 2 items to my close friends and colleagues, Dr. McCary and Dr. Oz. We've been working together closely on this problem for the past 6 months, and our cooperation represents an unprecedented collaboration with Secretary Kennedy's Department of Health and Human Services and with President Trump.
Now, if it's the Biden administration and that man that thinks he's a woman, Dr. Richard Levine, was standing up there talking about mutilating our children, it would be top story everywhere. Healthcare for our kids, right? That was the most important thing to the Biden administration in 4 years. You didn't even know who Becerra is. If I tell you that the HHS secretary in the Biden administration was Becerra, you're like, Becerra who? Becerra, can you help me with that? Right? Oh, God knows you know it's RFK Jr., don't you? Everybody knows that because of the hate for the man. And the assistant HHS secretary would give these press conferences and was in charge of our children. There was absolutely no outrage as she was talking about puberty blockers and hormone therapy and, research on suicide for trans and mutilating our kids. That was accepted. But God forbid these men and women want to stand before you. That's amazing news. It's amazing news that this is a passion to the President of the United States. That, hey, he's not a damn scientist. He can build a building. I'm not a scientist. I can build a building. Yeah, I could do that. Right? But he's got a passion for it. And RFK Jr. does. And these men and women do. This is amazing news. It's not being put out. The research is going to be done in a way that just doesn't have, maybe we could do behavior therapy. No, let's find out why the hell they behave that way. Let's find out why the hell they have autism. They're not quirky, Joe. Morning, Joe. They're just quirky kids. All right, so that one, the root causes. Now, he's talking about some great news coming out, and that was leucovorum. Now, let's go to Marty McCary, FDA. I want you to hear from him, video 4. And I want you to hear some. I I think it's in this video 4.
Mr. President, this is the start of a historic shift in medical culture. This administration is working together to ask big questions about why our nation's children are getting sick so fast. Too often, medicine is doing small little studies, giving us answers we already knew. But we've got to make a difference. You've given us a charge to identify root causes, and we are not going to stop so that we can end the suffering we are watching. And if you've seen a kid with autism, with severe autism, it's hard to watch. Kids get frustrated, they get angry, they can be crying because they want to speak and they can't speak. It's hard to watch, and it may be entirely preventable. For an epidemiologist, that child is an expanding statistic, but for a child, it can be brutal to have autism. Today, the FDA is taking action to update the label on acetaminophen and sending a letter to all U.S. doctors letting them know about the risks in pregnancy. We now have data we cannot ignore. There's a very large study, the Boston Birth Cohort, with researchers that have, from Johns Hopkins, my former institution, and Boston University, found quote-unquote consistent associations between acetaminophen in pregnancy and autism. And the Nurses' Health Study with researchers from Yale, Columbia, and Harvard looking at 9,000 kids found that acetaminophen use in pregnancy was associated with neurodevelopmental disorders. And 4 weeks ago, a Mount Sinai Harvard study reviewed all the existing literature and found the overwhelming body of evidence points to an association. Sure, you'll be able to find a study to the contrary. That's how science works. But to quote the dean of the Harvard School of Public Health, there is a causal relationship between prenatal acetaminophen use and neurodevelopmental disorders of ADHD and autism spectrum disorder. We cannot wait any longer. And honestly, there's been this perfunctory, reactionary, mindless practice in medicine. I learned it in medical school and residency. Just treat all fevers, low-grade fevers, treat them with acetaminophen. Why? What are we doing? A study out of Hopkins actually showed that treating a fever can prolong the duration of illness in a young kid. Maybe that's because a fever is a body's natural way of ridding an infection. When my wife was pregnant and delivered our son a few months ago, they pushed her to take acetaminophen for a low-grade fever. She said no, and then they looked to me and I said, absolutely no. I'm also here to announce good news. Today, the FDA is filing a Federal Register notice to change the label on an exciting treatment called prescription leucovorin so that it can be available to children with autism. You know, autism may also be due to an autoimmune reaction to a folate receptor on the brain, not allowing that important vitamin to get into the brain cells. It's a fairly established, mature pathway. Again, we have a duty to let doctors and the public know. We are going to change the label to make it available. Hundreds of thousands of kids, in my opinion, will benefit. One study found that with kids with autism and chronic folate deficiency, 2/3 of kids with autism symptoms had improvement, and some marked improvement. Mr. President, you told us to do what's medically right, to go bold, and not worry about the corporations and the lobbyists. So that's what we're here doing today. Thank you, Mr. President.
Good, thank you.
Whoa, that was it. I knew we'd hear it sooner or later. Mr. President, you told us to go bold. You told us not to worry about the corporations and the lobbyists. Let me worry about that. And that's exactly what we've done. I mean, this is amazing. Oh, by the way, the networks over there that have the FCC license that are concerned that if they put out fake news or they lie to you, that they may lose their license. You see, here's their big problem, and I'll give that to you in the next hour. I am one of their big problems because, see, now I have the ability to have 1 million people watching, but I don't, but I do, but I don't. Anyhow, there's the ability of 1 million people watching, and there's the ability of me presenting what really happened versus all they know is Tylenol, and Trump can't pronounce. What is that big word? Pseudoephedrine. That's all they're doing. None of this is out there. They're changing the label. The FDA is changing the label. Not Trump. Trump said, don't take it. Just tough it out. Just tough it out. Now, I want you to listen to Dr. Fink. Dr. Fink, Diane, can you give me video 16?
As a pediatrician and mom, I'm here today to talk about what this announcement means for the millions of moms and dads who are faced with the choice of whether to take acetaminophen during pregnancy. It's hard to hear information that challenges the status quo. We are sharing this information not to confuse, but to empower parents to make the best choices when taking medications during pregnancy. We are all concerned about the rising rates of neurodevelopmental disorders, including autism. President Trump and Secretary Kennedy are dedicated to radical transparency so that patients have the best, most up-to-date information. We are also sharing this information with our nation's doctors, and we encourage you, as always, to consult with your doctor to make the best decision for you. All too often, it's easy to think that medicines we buy without a prescription pose little to no risk for the mom or the baby. As you heard today, pregnant women who need high fever or pain reduction during pregnancy should take the lowest effective dose of acetaminophen for the shortest possible duration. Most women will not meet these indications during their pregnancies. I am encouraged by these developments today because it is another example of our commitment to the American people to leave no stone unturned in improving the health of our nation's children.
Have I not played probably 3 of what they consider the most terrible videos? Why, how dare you play that? Right? That's what happened in the press conference. Acetaminophen. I'm trying to get it, right? These people are professionals. They've come to the microphone. But you heard what Marty said. Marty said, Trump said, go bold. Don't worry about the corporations and the lobbyists. But all the media knows over there, right, is Tylenol. One more from Dr. Oz, and then I want to give you a taste of the other side of what they're doing. Video 5.
So I think if you take a step back, the real historic reality of today was a very passionate president said enough is enough. We have gassed at women too long. There are problems with autism in this country. It's not just a measuring issue. And so he demanded that we break down the silos between me at CMS, Marty at FDA, Jay Bhattacharya at NIH, and Secretary Kennedy, also undaunted, will not be stopped.
Won't be stopped. Trump has told them nothing is going to stop the research. Nothing is going to stop trying to find the cause, and nothing is going to stop us from trying to prevent autism. That's the bottom line. Now, vaccines, MMR vaccines, right? Where they put the chickenpox, polio, they put them all together and they give you one shot. And there's, 80 shots? Well, Trump has a way of explaining it. They talked about the hepatitis B vaccine yesterday. MMR vaccines. Give me video 2.
But I think when you go for the shot, you do it over a 5-time period. Take it over 5 times or 4 times, but you take it in smaller doses and you spread it out over a period of years. And they pump so much stuff into those beautiful little babies. It's a disgrace. I don't see it. I think it's very bad. They're pumping, it looks like they're pumping into a horse. You have a little child, little fragile child, and you get a vat of 80 different vaccines, I guess, 80 different blends, and they pump it in.
80 different blends, pumping it in like a horse. Yep, pumping it in. All right, come here, miracle. Boom. Right in the ass. Pumping it in. So, Trump, maybe, let me say this very kindly to my president of the United States, that I can't say enough how much I appreciate what you're doing and how much I appreciate your focus for our children and make America healthy again, and how much I appreciate you telling Marty and anyone at NIH, FDA, RFK Jr., do not worry about the corporations and the lobbyists. Go bold. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that, Mr. President. But the next time you have one of these announcements, just, walk away. Walk away. Just saying. But, that's all they could. Give me the Van Gupta immediately. Give me number, 81. 81, right? This is what we had to hear. Unproven autism Tylenol ties. Unproven, right? Okay. So they've got to protect big pharma. They brought out immediately yesterday afternoon, they went and grabbed, get me a white coat. Where's my white coat? Number 54. Get me Van Gupta in here. Where's Van Gupta? There he is. Video 6.
Research gets better. And just a few years ago, one of the largest, best quality research studies ever done, 25 years in Sweden, looked at siblings, one exposed in utero, the other not, to Tylenol. And what did that find, Anna? When controlling for genetics, family history, maternal, paternal age, known risk factors for autism, that there was no link. So the best quality research has shown no link between the use of Tylenol in utero or during pregnancy and the development of autism.
President Trump actually seemed to acknowledge this weekend that today's announcement could be wrong. Take a listen.
I don't want to wait any longer. We don't need anything more. And if it's wrong, it's right. It's not going to be wrong. But if it is wrong, it's fine that we have to do it, because we're going to have an announcement on autism.
Dr. Gupta, your reaction. What are the implications if they make this link and they're wrong?
Well, it's going to be a similar line of things. You and I have talked about this endlessly of using a similar approach. They don't know. They put something out there and it's cherry picking data. I worry about women across the country, Anna. You said this in the tee-up. There aren't many options for oral pain relief if you have to take a medication. I say this watching my wife go through 2 pregnancies and needing, in some cases, pain relief. That it's important to treat pain during pregnancy. That's a risk factor to baby. And NSAIDs are not an option. Other pain relievers are not an option. There's not a lot there beyond hot and cold compresses, acupuncture, and Tylenol to treat pain. So you can't just...
Anything negative against Donald Trump, anything negative against Jew America, anything negative in looking for and working as hard as they can to see why autism is 1 in 31 and 1 in 12 in boys. Here is CNN. They've got I don't know how much further I want to go with this, but let's go with video 12 for a minute. This is their Gupta, Sanjay, I think, video 12.
Of itself. So the guidance has long been to women who have fevers during pregnancy or need to take something for pain, take the smallest dose for the shortest amount of time. And I don't think that guidance is likely to change based on what we heard.
Our thanks to Sanjay Gupta thinks that is the science. Those are the facts. But yet the president continues to brush off the experts and actually delivered this blunt message.
There's nothing much to say. Don't take Tylenol if you're pregnant, and don't give Tylenol to your child when he's born or she's born. Don't give it. Just don't give it.
And that warning from President Trump, it runs counter to decades of evidence. And it's putting doctors really in a tricky position right now.
I know that patients are going to be scared now. They're not going to know what advice to go after or what to follow.
See, somebody's typing in the teleprompter, give me number, Diane, give me number 60. Someone's typing in the teleprompter, telling these kids we got the science. You just seen the science. Why, Dr. Marty there, that's not science. And the NIH, that's not science. And the lady that is a mother and pediatrician, why, that's not science. No. None of that is science. We hold the science. We hold the facts on COVID. We do. We hold the facts on Russiagate. We do. We hold the evidence to everything we ever tell you. We do. Interesting. Tylenol maker Ken View blasts Trump's administration autism claims. Thank you, President Trump. All right. Going to take a break. Going to come back. Going to tell you what I meant by putting Tom Holman up. A couple more things before the Georgia Hour. Okay? Take a break, Diane.
It's Truck Month Plus at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save $11,000 off new Silverado 1500 crew cabs. Plus, get $500 bonus cash for your trade. Pick your Silverado from our huge selection. Save a whopping $11 grand off. Plus, $500 bonus cash for your trade during Truck Month Plus at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. I have at the 10 o'clock Georgia hour, I have some of the most exciting news. I mean, I really do. I think it's great. I just think it's great. I hope it will encourage others. Oh, what is it? Well, come back at 10 o'clock for the Georgia hour. I'll let you know. Anyhow, so there's a couple things I want you to know. Now, we're going to be talking about a special election. And I understand some out there are very concerned about Jimmy Kimmel and his future, but not me. And I had this here just a minute ago. Hang tight here, Baba Louie. Hi, Diane. How are you? I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Now, we have an election, and there's just a couple things I want to show you. We have election in Virginia for governor. And we got a couple things going on in November, and they are going to try to turn. I know what happens. I seen this going around the internet yesterday. CNN, the little guru kid on CNN, was talking about that Democrats are down 22 points to Republicans when it comes to the issue of crime. Okay. I get that. But I want to put this all out on the table. They're going to try to turn the 2026 election so that they can have what I call post-Trump. Now, always remember something, okay? Don't forget this. They have never taken a break from how do we get rid of Trump. Now, I will say this. If they take back the House, if Democrat, I don't see a path forward for them to take the Senate, all right? But if they take the House, because here's what we're looking at. There's a couple things that are getting ready to happen. I'm going to throw them out here. You've got Heckle and Jekyll, number 65. Heckle and Jekyll, Dumb and Dumber, Frickin' Frack, Ass and Wipe. Sorry, that was a little extra. Trump to meet with Democrat leaders as government shutdown looms. Now keep this in mind. Putting this out here, 64. Bada bing, bada boom. Here's your looming. And looming in your neighborhood today is a government shutdown. Again, September 29th, Senate scheduled to return from recess. They're going to take a break. They'll get back just in time to vote on everything. Relax. Government funding expires end of the day. So, now, if they pass a clean, as they call it, CR, they'll kick the can on government shutdown right before Christmas. Yeah, right before Christmas. Why not? And who pays attention when you're trying to get Christmas presents and wrap them and get them under the tree and start a fire in the fireplace? Government shutdown? What government shutdown, right? Boom, it's out there. Now, if they can get rid of Trump, meaning if they can get control of the House of Representatives in 2026, that will, when I say the beginning of the end, what you're seeing everybody out there doing right now is called post-Trump positioning. I have said it over and over. Turning Point USA, Tucker, boom, right? It doesn't matter who. It does not matter who, whom, or what, when, and how. Everyone is Trump, post-Trump positioning. Everything. And if in 2026, there's two things that's going to happen. In 2026, if the House takes it back, they will start the impeachments of cabinet members. They will start the investigation of cabinet members. Oh, yeah. If the House takes it back, you will see. If Democrats don't take the House, if Democrats do not take control over the House of Representatives, moving right along. But if Democrats take control of the House of Representatives, because what I'm trying to tell you, this is all the time you have left in all of those great things that you want done. Those things that you are hoping to turn this country, this is your window. This is 2026. After 2026, House of Representatives is Democrat. Every one of Trump's cabinet members will leave. That's what you're going to see post 2026. They're going to start leaving, right? They're going to start leaving, positioning themselves to run for something else, positioning themselves to do something else, but most of all, leaving in the effort to prevent investigations. Because Democrats are going to start investigating every single cabinet member, right? That starts, including Donald J. Trump, not to mention RFK Jr. Oh, the list goes on, right? That's going to happen. Now, we've got 2 elections coming up. They're going to try to set the direction. And we've got election. Where's it at here? I knew I have it. We've got one election in New Jersey, number 46. And we do stand a chance. There's a chance a Republican can win New Jersey. There's a chance. All right. We got Chittarelli, that is named Chittarelli, running against Mikey Sherrill, the Democrat. Now, Mikey Sherrill is a very liberal Democrat, but this is New Jersey. But New Jersey has this enormous problem with power, the rates, electric rates, your rates that you have to pay every month. And New Jersey Chittarelli wants to get rid of all the windmills off the Jersey shore. This is a chance. Now, Sherrill leads by 9 points. That was a month ago. The other night they had a debate. I'm going to give you this one. This is Mikey Sherrill, the Democrat, video 7.
Should parents have the right to opt their kids out of LGBTQ-related content in the same way that right now they can be removed from sex ed and health curriculum classes?
Look, I believe that parents have the right to oversee their children's education. I would push an LGBTQ education into our schools. Parents have a right to opt out of a lot of things, but this is not an area where they should be opting out, because this is an area of understanding the background of people throughout our nation. And right now we see, for example, at the Naval Academy, an erasure of history.
Now, these are the kind of candidates that Democrats are putting up. If we can flip New Jersey, now I know this is a long shot, but this is out here, right? Now, give me video 8. This is the governor's race in New Jersey, video 8.
So when Newsmax claims that you made $7 million from stock trades, what are they talking about?
Newsmax is, first of all, a very questionable organization that is paying multiple fines. I'm not sure what they're talking about.
Well, did you make $7 million in stock trades at all? Or?
I haven't. I don't believe I did, but I'd have to go see what that was alluding to. Again, what kind of came from.
I have to tell you, when you get to the point in life you don't know what's a mil. I don't know if I made 7 mil, 8 mil, 4. I mean, it's all the same, right? Wow. So that's New Jersey. This is our long shot. Now we have Murphy, right? Phil Murphy up there. This is a long shot, but it's possible. Remember, Trump tightened this state up. Chittarelli, I think the Republican last time won the state. I really do. I think the Republican won the state last time as governor. They just didn't fight for it. It's there. Now, she has a lead according to everything, but New Jersey governor candidates grapple over whether it's a bellwether state. So this one's out there. Now, give me Virginia, which Brian Kemp was up there. Give me number 47. So this one here, right? Republicans resurface anti-trans attack in the closing stretch of Virginia governor's race. And this is Glenn Youngkin. Now, Virginia went red with Glenn Youngkin, remember? Drawing on the GOP's 2024 playbook, Earl Sears, is attempting to put the culture war issue at the center of the campaign against the Democrat Abigail Spanberger. So, Winston Sears, Virginia. Now, if Democrats pull off New Jersey, depending on the margin, they'll say, all right, well, it was close, but if Democrats pull off Virginia, all right, in the governor's race, that will be one of the flips that they want. They're looking for to change the direction. Now, give me right here. I know I have it. 98, 96, and 95. Roll there, 98, then go to 96 and stop at 95. Tom Holman is accused. And I want to put this up for a reason. Tom Holmes bribery investigation. Now, Tom Holmes is accused of taking a $50,000 bag of cash. That's what he's accused of. In return for favors and contract favors with the Trump administration when Trump wins the White House. This was during the campaign. Apparently, they're saying FBI agents set themselves up as businessmen that convinced Tom Holman, this is the accusation, that Tom Holman said, I can get you a deal. Now, I will say this, the one thing I find interesting in this is, so a politician took a bag of cash. Huh, hell you say. I want to put this on the screen for a reason. If, and I want to tell you this, if we do not win the midterms, when I say 2026, and keep control of the House of Representatives in the Republican side, this will be the first impeachment investigation. This will go like wildfire. You may be out there saying there's nothing to this. Caroline Leavitt up there, there's nothing to it. Nothing to see. Get out of here. Tom said he didn't do anything. Fine. I get it. No problem. But let Democrats take the House of Representatives. This will be our first, give me number 68. This will be their first takedown. Yes. I mean, you've only got between now and 2026, and if Republicans lose the House, the funding will end for ICE. I mean, they'll mess everything up. White House now denies Tom Holman took $50,000 in cash. Watch this headline and wait till after 2026 if Dems get control. And you remember those 20 million people that just came across the border? The odds of them leaving. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. I got two very quick things before we jump into our break for the Georgia Hour. Take a break, Diane.
It's Truck Month Plus at Day Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save $11,000 off new Silverado 1500 crew cabs. Plus, get $500 bonus cash for your trade. Pick your Silverado from our huge selection. Save a whopping $11,000 off. Plus, $500 bonus cash for your trade during Truck Month Plus at Day Chevrolet in Jasper. Day Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Hi, Diane. The Georgia Hour will be at 10 o'clock. Now, we're talking a lot about freedom of speech here recently, and I support Rumble. And I'll tell you a couple times a day why I support Rumble. Freedom of speech. They keep talking about the networks, right? The FCC. What's his name? Brennan Carr, FCC director? They keep talking about this, and Jimmy Kimmel and freedom of speech. I'm going to wrap it all up. Now, as you well know, and I don't want to spend time on it, YouTube took us down, right? Just took us down, period. We had to start scurrying. This was several years ago for an opportunity to talk about freedom of speech. Facebook blocked us, right? They blocked us, freedom of speech. People were taken down by Twitter, X. And so we had to go to Rumble. And I have to tell you, outside, and I think Diane will tell you, outside of maybe one or two minor technical things that's happened over the years, and it can happen, Rumble has never shut down one of our broadcasts, never. So anyhow, before we go there, I'm going to explain that I'm tired of Jimmy Kimmel. I never watched Jimmy Kimmel. I have no interest whatsoever in watching Jimmy Kimmel. I don't care what he says tonight. The bottom line is ABC is losing an enormous amount of money with this guy. He doesn't have ratings. People don't watch him. So that being said, there's a couple things I want to show you before we go. And I want to double down on the 2026. Okay. So they're concerned about Jimmy Kimmel. Here's what their fear is today. Give me number 18. And when they hear retribution, now weaponizing the Department of Justice, the DOJ, they weaponized it. You see, they weaponized it and went after people with zero evidence. That's right. When they talk about Republicans weaponizing or Donald Trump, the DOJ, we call it prosecuting criminals. Now, they're very concerned this week that Comey could be indicted. They're very concerned this week, before the end of the week, James Comey could be indicted. And this is, when they talk about the DOJ, when they actually tell you, well, video 9, listen to the true target, video 9 from Jim Vandehei of Axios, video 9.
Or hate him, we are in wholly uncharted territory in the use of presidential power. You just walk through one small one on using the Justice Department as a tool for vengeance and a tool for your political agenda. And you might say, oh, whatever, maybe the Supreme Court will reverse that. The minute you're targeted, your life is essentially ruined. You don't want the state, the federal government, being able to sort of unilaterally and haphazardly go after you as an individual. And that's what you're talking about doing. You have to lawyer up. Your name is dragged through the mud. You have to sit in court. And you have to run the risk that a Supreme Court might actually validate the actions of the White House. That's just one small piece. Then you look at the number of executive orders. Out in a piece.
What was that operation that, what's the name of that operation that, what's his name, just unclassified? You know the one I'm talking about. Methuselah out there in Iowa. He just unclassified that operation. Everyone on that group. This guy says, look, you got to understand, they ruin your life. Oh, hell, no, they don't ruin your life. You have to lawyer up. Michael Flynn, did you have to lawyer up? Look at everyone through the Biden administration. Do you think if Pritzker or even Democrats get control of the House, Pritzker becomes president, Kamala becomes president, Josh Shapiro, former Attorney General of the state of Pennsylvania, the guy just told you they ruin your life. You can't make that up. All right, so I've got to say this before we close and go. I want to say this. Arctic Frost. Thank you, Diane. Arctic Frost, right? Go look at Arctic Frost. They've done everything to destroy those people. Oh, you got to lawyer up. They destroy your life. Well, interesting. So, Supreme Court, they don't want to talk about this. Give me number 41. Said, you know what? Trump can fire the FTC commissioner. Oh, they don't want that out front. We'll just throw that right out front, right? City Mouse. You got a City Mouse on Rumble? Hi, City Mouse. Thank you for the answer. Diane, let me know that the answer came from City Mouse on Rumble. Thank you very much. Supreme Court allows Trump to fire FTC commissioner. Well, now I want to show you this. The UN, Trump is talking at the UN. What they're angry about. Here's what they're angry about. And I'm serious with all the broadcast. You see, yesterday I had some things to do. Right? One being an afternoon nap. Anyhow, I had some things to do. So I can go out in my safe space on my area that I've created in the back with a TV, and I can go and I can look up the press conference and hit play. Oh, they can't stand that. They hate that with a passion, that you and I have that control. It's about TikTok. In fact, let's go to TikTok. I know I have it. It won't take but a second. Yeah, NBC, video 11.
Is in a position where people don't want it necessarily to influence the national conversation on certain topics, but it does. And so we'll see how that plays out because conservatives are going to have more of a voice now.
All of social media influences in some part the conversation that you end up having in real life, especially with a White House that uses so many social media platforms to bypass the traditional ways of getting out a message. The other question was about TikTok's algorithm, right? I mean, that's the entire reason that we're having this deal conversation in the first place. Do you anticipate that any changes are going to be made? I mean, when you talk to your sources, it's sort of a question that's gone without an answer. Fox News reporters have asked Trump about it. It's not clear that there's going to be changes to the algorithm to make it, for example, less addictive, taking away even the concerns about will it veer more towards the conservative.
Well, I mean, I think the algorithm is been clouded from the beginning. That the very fact that nobody really understands exactly how it works other than ByteDance is going to make it very difficult for them to just redo this algorithm. They're going to try to copy it. But how do you copy something that nobody really understands? So this is going to be a proprietary thing. And I think what's going to be critical is to see, do the users feel like the algorithm's performing the way it always has? And
Doctor, I have a problem. Give me number 77. I have a problem with my algorithm. I need to get it checked, right? See, what they're upset about is, what does she say? You don't have to come to them for the traditional sources of information, right? President Trump is going to speak, I think, at the United Nations at 10 a.m. I'm going to do a show called The Georgia Hour at 10 a.m. This afternoon, I'm going to go outside in my safe space with my dogs, and I'm going to say, boom, and I'm going to watch it. They can't take that. They want to be the place. Now, I want you to look at this for a reason. We'll talk about it tomorrow. You have all seen Netanyahu, the video of almost everyone getting up and walking out of the UN when he got up to speak. I get it. You're seeing the French Macron, right? And Bridget, who plans to prove she's a woman, what kind of world are we in, right? Declare a Palestinian state. Now, not to go into depth, but Israel says absolutely not. America says no, we will not support that. America will turn on Israel. Now, relax. I got to do this at 30 seconds and we'll talk about it. But America, I'm not advocating. Let me back up. America will turn on Israel. The next generation will turn on Israel. Okay? The world will turn on Israel. It will. I would say to you, pay attention to this and what's happening, because the rapture didn't come today. If you were on TikTok and your algorithm was set on rapture, I mean, I had to turn TikTok off yesterday. I was scrolling through there, rapture. I'm like, no. I'm ready. I'll just wait it out. So, anyhow, I want you to look at this. Recognition of a Palestinian state. The world will turn on Israel. It will. And it will usher in the Great War. And when that takes place, I can't actually tell you. We'll discuss that on a different day. Just pay attention to this and the UN. Okay, we're going to go to the Georgia Hour at 10 o'clock. Every morning at 10 o'clock, we go to the Georgia Hour. And we have 1 hour. We have a lot going on. We have a big announcement in a county commission race. Believe it or not, it's a big announcement. I think it is a major announcement in a certain county because it's one of the fastest growing counties in the United States. There's a major announcement in that commission race. Well, we'll put it out there in just a minute, right? And then we have our own bellwether election today in Georgia that the whole nation is watching. We'll talk about that. Well, we got several things. But we like to take a good break so that way we're ready at 10 o'clock. So before we go, you've probably noticed Rumble is growing fast and it's not slowing down. They're building a real alternative to big tech that puts creators first and actually protects free speech. And now there's Rumble Premium, an easy way to upgrade your experience. With Premium, you get ad-free viewing across the platform, no pre-rolls, no interruptions, just the content you came for. Plus, Premium members unlock exclusive content like bonus videos, behind-the-scene drops, and more from your favorite creators. Right now, Rumble is offering $10 off any annual subscription. Just go to rumble.com/premium and use the promo code STUDIO at the checkout. That's rumble.com/premium, promo code STUDIO. No ads, more freedom, and content you actually care about. That's the deal. We'll be back at 10 a.m. with the Georgia Hour.
It's Truck Month Plus at Day Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save $11,000 off new Silverado 1500 crew cabs. Plus, get $500 bonus cash for your trade. Pick your Silverado from our huge selection. Save a whopping $11 grand off. Plus, $500 bonus cash for your trade during Truck Month Plus at Day Chevrolet in Jasper. Day Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
It's Truck Month Plus at Day Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save $11,000 off new Silverado 1500 crew cabs. Plus, get $500 bonus cash for your trade. Pick your Silverado from our huge selection. Save a whopping $11,000 off. Plus, $500 bonus cash for your trade during Truck Month Plus at Day Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting edge digital technology and state of the art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second to none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Okay, folks, we are back. I'm your host, BKP. It is time for the Georgia Hour, September 23rd, 2025, 10 a.m. Hi, Diane. Hello out there, Rumble Live, America that watches to keep up with Georgia news. Now, we have an election going on. It's election day. And for those of you out there, and I know because I already got some messages, we're going to talk about this. Give me number one, Diane. We have, and this is an older graphic, so the Chiron on the bottom does not apply, might I say. But we use the graphic for a couple reasons. Well, thank you, Diane. You cut that off. State Senate District 21. Thank you. I have to say that again. We have that today. All right. Now, this is the original vote count because there was 6 Republicans and 1 Democrat, Deborah Shingley. She got right at close to 40% of the vote. This is Jason Dickerson. This is a runoff in a special election today. So we've had early voting, and today is election day. So I don't want to go another minute without saying, first of all, I've got several messages. Thank you, poll watchers. All right. Every poll watcher that's going to go out there later and watch the show, or you've got it on your little phone watching it. Thank you very much, all the poll watchers. This is Cherokee County, which is a Republican county. And North Fulton. Now, North Fulton, Milton and Alpharetta. Milton and Alpharetta is that's where they keep the Democrats. But in North Fulton, that is a stronger Republican area of Fulton County. Believe it or not, there is. And this is today. It's going to be watched. They're going to watch it nationally. Get out and vote. So if you've not voted and you're in North Fulton or Cherokee County, please go vote now. State Senate District 21. All right, we'll talk about that a little more in a minute. Diane, give me number 16. All right, number 16. We'll have an update. It seems like just yesterday, the Frost family. Now, the only ones legally that we're aware of right now is Papa Frost. He's the guy in the plaid jacket. But the entire Frost family, who all their money that I understand, do you know of any of them that ever worked at McDonald's or was a Walmart greeter? No, that's beneath them, right? Because these people, well, folks, if you don't know them out there nationally, they've reached a level of Christianity that you and I just can't get to. And it's to the level that First Liberty Building and Loan, Brant Frost IV, Brant Frost V investigated in a different way, but $140 million Ponzi scheme. $140 million. This is the kind of stuff they make movies about. Well, there you go. So anyhow, we have an update on this $140 million tied to the Georgia GOP Inc. family, not the Ponzi scheme, the family tied to the Georgia GOP Inc. We have an update on that Ponzi scheme. Now take that down. Now, so I told you yesterday, and I play here, if you're new to the program, when I get an introduction video, I play it. I sent you a video 17. And we have a Secretary of State race in Georgia. Now, our concern in Georgia, especially mine, is that Democrats will start flipping constitutional offices because all of ours are up for grabs. Governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, secretary of state, everyone is up. And Democrats, they want some of these offices. And they want the Secretary of State's office. That's what they want. They want the governor's office. That's what they want. Now, I've yet to hear strong competition in the lieutenant governor on the Democrat side. But we brought this up, number 9. This is the Democrat side. And we're just going to show you quickly as we move on. This is a Judge Jump. Former Judge Penny Brown Reynolds is running for Secretary of State, giving Democrats a high-profile recruit for Georgia's top election job. A former Fulton County state judge and Biden administration official, Brown Reynolds is probably best known for her stint as family court judge Penny. Now, here's the reason I'm highlighting this. I have to give a minute for you to yell. I always, BKP, why are you talking about a Democrat? Because Biden administration, Secretary of State's office, controlling the election. Right? Now, let's not go backwards, right? Brad Raffensperger, Gabriel Sterling say they're Republicans controlling the Georgia elections. 2020. Fulton County will spend $1 million, maybe more, trying to do everything they can, the Fulton County Board of Commissioners, to stop Republicans from being on the Board of Registration and Elections. Even going as far as to file, a very fraudulent ethics violation lawsuit against Bridget Thorne, Fulton County Republican commissioner from the Alpharetta area. So that goes on. So what do? You control the Secretary of State's office. You see, you've pushed, this is my sarcasm. You remember when Sheldon learned to recognize sarcasm? Well, Sheldon recognized sarcasm. You see, you pushed the state election board a little too hard. You just did. And you pushed your lawmakers just a little too hard. And you pushed down there at the Gold Dome just a little too hard. And you pushed your Secretary of State just a little too hard. I mean, you may be on the edge of actually changing things in Georgia to the point that we have fair, free, as they want, and accurate, truthful voter rolls and outcomes that we can trust. You're right. You could be on the edge of that. So Democrats, Secretary of State office, they want that one. Now, let me play. It is 3 minutes long, but I play all the intros for a reason. Here is former Judge Penny Brown Reynolds' kickoff video running for Secretary of State of Georgia, video 17.
Hi, I'm Judge Penny Brown Reynolds. Many of you simply know me as Judge Penny. You've welcomed me into your homes, your courtrooms, your congregations, and your hearts. Today, I stand before you not just as a former judge, not just as a daughter of the South, but as a woman deeply committed to the soul of this state. And I'm here to say, I'm running to be your next Secretary of State. I'm running because I've been called, truly called, to use my voice, my experience, and my faith to help people live better, more dignified lives, to serve, to protect what matters, and to build a Georgia for all of us, because I believe. I was raised by a single mother and a grandfather who farmed the land. They taught me that with faith, hard work, and education, anything is possible. That's why I've never forgotten where I came from. As Secretary of State, I will protect our democracy. I will defend every eligible Georgian's right to vote, whether you live in Atlanta or Albany, whether you're 19 or 90, whether you vote blue, red, or not at all. I will make it easier, not harder, to start a business, renew a license, and engage with your government. I will protect our seniors from fraud, our small businesses from bureaucracy, and our elections from interference and intimidation. Join me if you believe voting should be a right, not a fight. Join me if you believe small businesses and rural families deserve a fair shot. Business owners need a leader who clears barriers instead of creating them. Join me if you believe that our elders should be protected, not preyed upon. Join me if you believe that leadership still means something, and that government must be about people, not partisanship, not personal gain. I believe in Georgia. I believe in its people, in our resilience, our decency, and our hope. So today, I'm Judge Penny Brown Reynolds, and I'm running for Georgia Secretary of State to bring fairness, access, and justice to all, because Georgia doesn't need another politician who's waiting their turn. Georgia needs someone who still believes and could get the job done.
You know what that says to me? Now, I critique everything and I analyze it, as you well know on the show. You know what that says to me in the Secretary of State's office in Georgia? It says she's got money behind that campaign. And number one, she has money behind that campaign. Voting is still a right, not a fight. I didn't hear her say anything about guns. She doesn't need to. She's running for Secretary of State. I didn't hear her say anything about trans rights or the LGBTQ community. She's running for Secretary of State. She doesn't need to. I didn't hear her say anything about abortion. She's running for Secretary of State. She doesn't need to. I heard her talk about fraud against our seniors. Right? I have a concern, and let me put it out. I have a concern. Oh my God, stop yelling at me. I already know you're going to come after me on this. And you know I'm on your side. My concern in the Secretary of State's race, that we're going to turn off, Republicans are going to turn off a certain block of voters with over-the-top election issues, while someone swoops in and tells senior citizens that are 93-year-old farmers that if elected, they won't let them lose $1 million in a Ponzi scheme in Georgia. I'm just telling you, all right? I'm just telling you that I have a concern that somebody might swoop in and tell seniors that they will not allow fraud. I have to tell you, I'm no damn senior. Don't you get that? Don't start it. I'm no senior. I'm not senior. Just want to clear that up. Anyhow, I get text messages. Your account has been compromised. You need to call the bank now. It's fraud. Well, I get that. You get that. So, anyhow, let's pay attention to this. Let's put it back on the shelf for a minute, and let's pay attention to it because it is, I'm concerned. They have money. And, oh, by the way, am I supposed to say woman of color? Can I say a black woman? I don't know. Woman of color. How do I do that? Mm-hmm. Maybe Democrats, well, they've had Stacey Abrams, but Democrats, what if they field Estevez? What if Georgia's 36, is it 36%? Is the population in Georgia 36% black? Just saying. Wonder what if we have a black governor in Georgia and we have a, just saying, and a black secretary of state? I got somebody out there. What would be wrong with that? I didn't say that. All right. So moving right along, we're going to put this on the shelf. This race has money in it. Now, the reason I bring this up is every single race pulls at the other. You got it? Secretary of State's going to pull at the governor's race. Excuse me, you're a candidate for governor. Have you heard the Secretary of State campaign that if elected, they're going to ask you to do this? It's going to happen. It's getting ready to happen. All right. They all tie up. So take that down. When I say briefly, if you're in Georgia, we're going to get to the frost. Give me number 94. I just really enjoyed this story. I want to throw it up here. I don't have much more than the graphic as we move along. But federal officials announce large meth drug busts. Right? Look at that, will you? Now, we talked about Secretary of State. Federal officials announce large meth drug bust. Now, remember this case here, and I want to pop this one up, Diane. Let's see. Give me 52. Remember the encryption key on the machine? You remember DeKalb County, right? DeKalb County, this case was out in Arizona and it got knocked down in Arizona. Not our Georgia case, but it got knocked down in Arizona. The encryption key, right? Once again, I'm on your side. But I also have to pay attention to this side that's on the screen. That would be the corrupt side. We're in Georgia. Now, the voting machines. This lawsuit failed in Arizona. We had to find somebody with standing. They used Marcy McCarthy, the narcissist, in DeKalb County. And DeKalb County and the Georgia Republican Party paid the bill for this. This is what we were told. And remember, we had that encryption key lawsuit. And we called the guy from over in Alabama, and we brought him in. Top of my head, folks, $250 an hour, plus his research time. Clay, I forget his Parikh, right? Nice guy, but brought him in from around Huntsville. He comes in, he testifies, he gets $250 an hour. I try to tell everybody, I'm top of my head, it was 8 weeks before an election. I said, there's no judge going to side with this. This is just, I get it. The encryption key, I'm with you. Corrupt machines, I'm with you. 2020, I was there. 2024, we don't want to lose. We want Trump to win. Do anything and everything you can. My full support. But I will say this. The powers to be, like Josh McCoon, the chairman of the Republican Party, knew when they went in the room and they paid the attorney and they paid Clay Parikh, if that's his name, if I can remember right, all the money, $250 an hour. Then how about the guy, was it Montana? They flew him out here. They paid his airfare. They paid him $300 an hour plus his prep time. And we lost the case. We lost the case, the encryption key. They could be hacked. We wanted an emergency, I would call it an injunction from a judge. So here you go. The Georgia Court of Appeals upheld the dismissal of the lawsuit by DeKalb County Republican Party that alleged security vulnerabilities in the state's voting system. So we appealed it. We did. We appealed it. The DeKalb County Republican Party appealed it. I hear the Georgia Republican Party, Inc. paid the bill. I don't know why. I do not know why. I have to seriously say, I don't know why. I mean, our money could be better spent. And I get it, we need to fight in court. But 53, a unanimous 3-judge appeal panel ruled Friday that the DeKalb County GOP failed to show it had been injured and therefore lacked standing to sue the AJC Mark Nisi. Didn't have standing. Judge Brian Amiro didn't have standing, right? Superior Court Chief Magistrate, Chief Superior Court Judge of Henry County, Brian Amiro, didn't have standing. The 26-page decision stops the Republican lawsuit and said Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger failed to ensure Georgia's election equipment complied with state law for security standards. The equipment was manufactured by Dominion Voting System. The lawsuit claimed the Georgia voting system was made vulnerable by the public disclosure of its code, encryption code, remember the T-shirts, and security features. Brad Raffensperger also said voting computers are safe and the vulnerabilities would be difficult to exploit in a real-world election. So you're not in a real-world election. If you were wondering where you were at, I'm clearing it up for you. Brad said, you're not in a real world. It wouldn't happen, right? So the T-shirts, posting it online, in the real world, it wouldn't happen. Brad says it's safe. Every damn court we go into throws it out, and Brad says it's safe. And Brad keeps getting, that would be Brad Raffensperger running for governor of Georgia. He keeps getting these approvals by the court. And we keep spending the money. So just letting you know, if you were wondering what happened to the encryption code, that DeKalb County case that we have spent an enormous amount of money on, I don't think we should have ever brought the case. Yes, I watched the videos on the encryption code. Yes, I've watched people hack machines. Yes, I watched, what was that lawsuit where the Halderman report, was that it? Halderman, whoever it was able to take a ballpoint pen. I got it, and I got it. But until we stand, by the way, Well, I don't want to say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say it. I don't care if you push me on it. I'm not going to say it. But maybe all you Republicans can keep going everywhere and backslapping and taking pictures with each other and posting it on social media and thinking everything's okay. Why, everything's just fine. Right? There you go. Let me say this, I'm going to say in Georgia, until we stop having our kids, ourselves, and others working 70, 80 hours, 2 people in a family, even the kids helping out, to try to pay our insurance, whether it's car, home, health, buy our food, right? Pay our property taxes, pay all the fees, to where we are so drained. We are absolutely drained. And some jackass sits at a podium and says, you need another $1 million fire truck. Oh, hell, that's exactly what I needed right now. Maybe I can get a couple 2 hours extra at my shift, add on to my shift. I can go to 82 hours a week. We have Americans working nonstop. Property tax, car payments, insurance, mortgage. The list goes on. We have enslaved our people, and those people under the Gold Dome of Georgia, they keep telling you that you're hardworking Georgians, and they never help you out. They sent you, I want to ask you a question. I got to get off this. They sent you $500. Remember back, it wasn't long ago, they patted you on your widow head, and they sent you $500. So what'd you take a day off work? What'd you do? Did you go see an extra movie? Because you had to get your ass right back to work. Because your local governments, your local cities, your local politicians that are telling you how they see what you're going through, while they're just spending it so fast, you got to see if you can get a couple extra hours at work or another job. All right, I don't know where that came from. But anyhow, so take that down. Now, I've got to hurry up. Let's go to today's, don't forget, number 3. While we're talking, we got the groundbreaking over at Rivian. How about this? Why don't you guys just stop? Guys and gals, Republicans, Democrats, why don't all of you just stop? Burns, all of you with your little shovel and your little dirt there, with your electric truck plant. Ugly ass trucks to be, too. Ugly ass trucks. I know I can say that because I'm not losing any viewers to call them ugly ass trucks. But why don't you just stop and go past something this year? Pay all of our car insurance 1 year. Give us 1 year. Pay all of our car insurance just for a year. That's right. I don't know. I just threw that out. All right. So that being said, this is the election, number 1. Now, the good news, there's good news. But this is a Republican district, Cherokee County and Fulton County, North Fulton County, Georgia. This is good news. Oh, I have some more good news today. But the good news here is, and my concern right now is that they're trying to put this out maybe to slow you down from going out to vote. They're trying to say the early vote is favoring Dickerson. Now, I feel at the end of the day, Republicans can hold this seat. But I, for one, have been burning up every single day, trying to yell at the top of my lungs that this one seat is like the Kevin Bacon game. It's the 6 degrees of from Kevin Bacon, whatever. Every single race will tie back to this. If this lady could pull this off. Now, they are going to, Democrats, no matter what, remember we told you, everybody has come in and campaigned for this lady, right? Everybody has come in and campaigned for this lady. And give me 48. And here it is. State Senate runoff marks an early test for Georgia political parties. Now, Charlie Bailey is the Georgia Democrat chair. That's a paid position. He has been up there working. Raphael Warnock, the U.S. Senator, has been up there working, campaigning. John Ossoff campaigning. The DNC chair, I forget his name, he came in town. He is campaigning. They have poured money in this. So have Republicans. But they're going to have, no matter what happens at the end of the day, give me number 49, they're going to claim, Democrats are going to claim a win. And what they're going to claim, number one, is that they caused Republicans to have to spend an enormous amount of money in this race. When this is a seat that I think a couple times, that the Democrats didn't even field the candidate. So give me number 49. It's hard to draw sweeping conclusions from the low turnout special election runoff for the state Senate seat in deep red District 21. But today's matchup between Democrat Deborah Shingley and Republican Jason Dickinson is an early test for both parties. Republicans are confident about Dickinson's chances in the district. They are, okay, where the former state senator Brandon Beach, I don't even like to read his name, captured the seat with 70% of the vote in November. But Democrats see an opening after Shingley captured 40% in the first round of voting. They've already declared a win here, in different ways, okay? In the first round of voting, a strong showing in the 7-candidate free-for-all. That would be called a jungle primary. We'll talk about that later. And put in position to threaten and upset parts of North Fulton and Cherokee County. Veteran strategists in both parties say the dynamics clearly favor Dickerson. Still, Democrats have treated the race as a proven ground for grassroots organizing, voting messaging, and campaign strategy. And President Shingley is campaigning on the lower health costs. Now, let me give you number 50. Go ahead with 50. She's enlisted party heavyweights like Lucy McBath, Stacey Abrams. Well, that's a heavyweight. Did you really put in the word heavyweight and Stacey Abrams in the same sentence? Dickerson, meanwhile, is running a low-key campaign with a familiar playbook. He tied himself to Trump and denounced woke Democrats. He also loaned himself $750,000. Now, keep this in mind. There's a couple things in this district that I have said and I have analyzed over and over. The damn job pays $18,500 a year plus gas. The damn job pays $18,500 a year. Why in the hell would you take $750,000 to get an $18,500? This is Republican, Democrat, Independent, Martian Party. I don't give a shit. Excuse me. Sorry. I don't give a rat's ass. I don't. This is every damn thing wrong. Everything. All wrapped up into one ball. He's also loaned himself $750,000. According to the AJC Michelle Brockerman, with outside GOP groups launching their own efforts to guard against an upset that can hand Democrats momentum headed into 2026. $1 million, a special damn election for an 18.5 job. And you think it's not going to get ugly? Holy crap. I'm serious. Everything wrong with it. Now, here's the wins Democrats have. Win 1, Shingley pulls out 40% of the vote. Low turnout or not. Win 2, Shingley and the Democrats cause them to really get into their pockets and spend an enormous amount of money. Win 3 for the Democrats in this district. Here's win 3. Ready? They got fired up. They're enthused. They have enthusiasm. No matter if Republicans win tonight, they brought in the big guns. There's Democrats that got to meet the big guy. They got to do a test run on door knocking, organizing. They got to go through all the motions with this campaign that they're going to get. They've done all the tests. I mean, that's win 3. And there's win 4, 5, and 6. I'm just telling you, early voting, okay? Give me 51 and we'll leave it here. Early voting trends point to an edge for Dickerson, all right? Analysts from both parties say to score a victory, Shingley must pile up votes in Milton and Alpharetta. The district's bluer pockets while cutting GOP margins and ball ground. You know, that's where, all the art studios are. I mean, we don't have factories, but you go through these towns and there's art studios. Yes, there's art studios. And they could drink wine and drive their Audis. Don't say any more. That's me. Excuse me. Let me have a moment with myself. Don't say anything else. It could be offensive. Okay. So that would be Ball Ground, Canton, where the Democrats are. Yes, and Waleska. I could say Waleska. Some Democrats argue even a close loss could energize their base. But Democrat National Committee Chair Ken Martin, who campaigned for Shingley over the weekend, rejected the ideal of a symbolic win. There's no brownie points when it comes to second place. Right? You know what that means. If you're in second place, you're in last. We all learned that from Talladega Nights. Now you see me. All right, so take that down. This is big today. We will see tonight. This is enormous today. $1 million. Holy smokes. Unreal. Now, Forsyth County, we're going to talk about this more into the near future. Forsyth County is one of the largest, fastest growing counties, suburban counties in the United States. Forsyth County is. It is. I mean, it is flying. Now, many of you, if you're in Georgia, you heard of this guy before. So he's tired of, give me 104. He's tired of just writing Substacks. He's tired of investigating Forsyth County where he lives. He's tired of tonight's Substack includes major announcement. I have filed paperwork to run for Forsyth County Commission District 1. Frankly, I'm tired of talking about it It is time to do something about it. Our county commission has made so many horrible decisions, not the least of which a $140 million boondoggle. Love a good boondoggle. In an administration complex. The commission itself is not allowed to meet in. Now, let me just say this. All right. Ain't but one way. This is a very in-depth layout of Forsyth County Commission. They all have these major, every county. It doesn't matter. You mean, look, if it comes between you buying a set of tires and paying your car insurance and me, your county commissioner, having a brand new commission, building, you'll just have to go without tires and give us the money. We need the space for 16 more offices for bureaucrats. Oh, by the way, we're Republicans. Oh my God. Anyhow, this is a big announcement. We will dig into it deeper. 102. This is the guy. Do you know him? Have you heard of this guy? There he is, Hank Sullivan. And I'm proud to say friend. I mean, we're close to 15 years. Close, right at 50, close. Hank Sullivan, a dear friend, Forsyth County. He has put his name out there, 101, in his Substack. He has a Substack that you can go read. Put up or shut up. Time for this Forsyth County citizen. All right. And here's what's so encouraging to me. Next year, the citizens of District 1 have an opportunity to replace Commissioner Carrie Hill with a new commissioner more capable of and decided and dedicated to reestablishing a cooperative relationship between Forsyth County and the city of Cumming, one who would be more frugal with tax dollars. And that is why I recently filed a notice of candidacy to compete against Commissioner Carrie Hill to represent District 1 and Forsyth County Commission. That's Hank Sullivan. You guys know Hank Sullivan. You've read his Substacks. Go and read his announcement. If you're in District 1, help him out any way you can. And take this as you know what? I need to do it. This is why this is so exciting to me. This is one of the best. This is the biggest news of the day, because if you're out there anywhere around Georgia, you're tired of your local commission, you're tired of your local little city, you're tired of the municipality around you not respecting taxpayers and taxpayer money, your money, and just you look and these, well, I can't spend the time on that. Put up or shut up. I like the way Hank put it. Way to go, Hank Sullivan. Forsyth County District 1 Commission made the announcement. Now take that down. All right, so we have an update. Never forget, number 10, District 10 of Georgia, best congressional district in America that you're able to purchase. If you could say, hey, is there such thing that I could purchase a full district? No competitors. Everybody, just get everybody out of the way. That would be Houston Gaines in Athens, close friend of Marty, Brian, Marty, and the girls. Boom. No one will run against him. You just can't buy better friends over in Athens. All right, that being said, let's not forget District 15. Number 15, we have 2 public service commissioners races coming up. And then we're going to go to number 2. We're going to get to the frost, I promise. Get to the frost. Don't forget, we're keeping this out in front every day. We're waiting for Edward Martin, the Associate Deputy Attorney, told Fulton County, preserve your books. Fulton County's nervous. So what do? This lady here, number 14, Fulton County Democrat Commissioner Dana Barrett. She files an ethics complaint against just an outstanding lady right here, number 11. Thorne responds, we told you last week about Fulton County Commissioner Dana Barrett filing an ethics complaint. She claims that Bridget Thorne said, well, if we put Jason Frazier and reappoint Julie Adams on the Fulton County Board of Registration and Elections, they'll listen to me and they'll do what I tell them. Oh my gosh, she has control. That's not what happened, not the way it was actually meant, and they know that, but they're in deep, you know what. All right, do I have anything else? No, I'm going to leave everything else alone right there. So let's go to the frost, number 16. Now, this is the Frost family, if you've never met them. It's a little blurry picture. I might need to get a new one. I have one on file. Now, the dad in the plaid, that's who he is, dad in the plaid, and the sunglasses on the end. That is Brant Frost IV. He is the name that goes with First Liberty Building and Loan down there in Coweta County. And he is the one named in the $140 million Ponzi scheme. Now go to the other end of there right there. We refer to him as the albino rhino. If you're new to the show, he's the guy that could use some sun in the afternoon. So if he does end up in prison, an hour in the yard every afternoon would probably be good for him. He needs some vitamin, what do you get from the sun? C, D? Well, he needs it anyway. He could be outside. The albino rhino, that's in the dark jacket. That's Frost the Fifth. And in between, we have Mama Frost. That's Krista Frost. And we have Katie Frost. Katie Frost is she's former employee. Her employer was First Liberty, right? She was in charge of community relations or something. Anyhow, they gave, the whole entire family, they gave a lot of money to politicians. They have a lot of control within the Georgia GOP Inc. In fact, they have so much control, the chairman of the Georgia State GOP, if you're out there, Josh McCoon, is in total fear of this family. I mean, he lives in total fear. You're not allowed to mention them. Right now, anyone else in any other state would have made, what's her name? Katie would told Katie Frost to resign as 3rd District Republican Party chair. But anyhow, these people, $140 million Ponzi scheme. Now, we have a special receiver. The dad is the one named. A special receiver been named in this. Let me get to it. So give me number 42. So the judge approves new steps in SEC case against the Frost. And what I want to say is we're going to explain this to the best of my ability. All right. This thing is it's such bad shape. Now, Hayes, is that his name? We'll get to him in a minute. He is the receiver. When they went down to get out of this place, and remember the stories of $300,000, $500,000, $1 million, people in their 70s, mostly senior citizens, under the guise of Christianity. We're not going to touch that one today, right? Under the guise of a Christian, patriotic, wait a minute. I don't know, something recent comes to mind. But anyhow, moving right along. But under the guise of We are patriots. We're Republicans. We are Christians. We are deacons. We're Sunday school teachers. Give me your money. So we know the background on this. The files were so bad. Now, a federal judge has signed off on several requests in the Security and Exchange SEC case against Edward Brant Frost IV and his company. First Liberty Building and Loan, as the court works to secure money and property tied to alleged fraud scheme. Now, there's a couple things that, that Gregory Hayes, give me number 43, he's gone to the judge, and it's like, I'm paraphrasing, this is a mess. I mean, I'm not going to be able to do this with my little crackpot team back at the house. Those are my words. The SEC sued Frost in July, accusing them of misleading investors. The court then appointed Atlanta professional S. Gregory Hayes as a receiver whose job is to take control of the company operations and protect whatever assets are left. It's a mess. This is how many states, right? I forget the number. This has FBI, whether you believe it or not, Secretary of State of Georgia, SEC, Alabama, state Alabama. This is across how many states? I forget how many states this Ponzi scheme crosses. Remember, the Maine Republican Party got an enormous amount of money in Maine. So that being said, right, this thing's a mess. So he goes to the judge and he says, look, I'm supposed to find all the assets for these people. And I'm trying. On September 15, the receiver asked for permission to bring in extra help, including lawyers, accountants, consultants, to sort through records and manage the companies. Now, so much is coming in. Remember, at first there was the thought that it may be 300. And then we read reports where it's much more than that. And now it's across all these state lines and agencies that are investigating and attorneys. It's almost like misofemioli or whatever it is, or misofemo whatever, right? On TV, Google First Liberty Building and Loan. I think there's attorneys that are sponsoring the top of the page. Hey, have you been harmed? Were you harmed by First Liberty Building and Loan? Call me. I get you everything. I called them and they got me a check. Right? I'm serious. This thing is a disaster. It is criminal. It is heartbreaking when you hear the stories, but it's so enormous. He's got to go to the judge and say, look, you have to approve. He can't just spend anything he wants. He can't hire all the attorneys he wants. But he goes to the judge and says, you're going to have to approve me putting more people on staff. I can't deal with everything and meet the deadlines. I'm paraphrasing. All right. But you can read it for yourself. On September 15th, the receiver asked for permission to bring in extra help, including lawyers, accountants, consultants, and sort through. All right, there's your visor. Get your visor on and you sit over there. There's your adding machine. Judge Michael L. Brown agreed with the condition that the receiver file quarterly reports on what is spent. He's got to keep up with every dollar he spends. He's got to file it. A few days later, another issue came up. Bay Point Capital Partners, the second LP. Now this, I'm going to tell you what I think, and I'm looking into it, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct on this. Because what you have when you talk about somebody entering the case against them, right? You have investors that you're not running the business. You didn't invest in their company per se. You invested so they can take your money, loan it out, and get you a percentage back. You didn't buy stock in their business. You didn't buy stock you're not half owner of the place or a third. You just sent them money. They took the money, loaned it out, was supposed to get payments back, give you your part. This is where the difference is, and I will get a clear understanding. All right. A few days later, another issue came up. Bay Point Capital Partners, the second LP, an investment firm, asked the court for permission to get involved in the case to give everyone more time to respond. The SEC receiver and Bay Point all agreed to an extension. Brown approved the request on September 18th. The judge emphasized that extending the deadline did not mean anyone was giving up their legal rights. When a company, see this? When a company or individual asks to intervene in the lawsuit, they are requesting to join the case because they believe the outcome could affect their interest in the case. Bay Point has asked to intervene, all right, likely because it has financial ties to the Frost businesses and wants to ensure its claims are considered. Intervention does not mean Bay Point is accused of wrongdoing. Instead, it gives the firm a position in what is legally happening in the case. So there may be companies that had investments not in the form of maybe lending it back out. And it gets really convoluted. So I don't want to confuse it or anything like that. But this thing is a total mess. My clear opinion is this is my opinion. These are absolutely criminals. These are total complete. This will get fired up. Oh, just in time for 2026 for Republicans. Republicans need to clear, Georgia Republicans need to clear these people. There should be you should not be able to even smell where Aquavelva Frost, the albino rhino, was at. You shouldn't even be able to, I don't want you people around us. Anyhow, just saying, take that down. Go vote. Go vote. All right, please. If you are in District 21, go vote. Right here, 48. Now, I'm hopeful Republicans will pull this out. And if you're out there saying, well, if Republicans pull this out, why have you been yelling every single day about it? Because I am telling you. Actually, much to the contrary of what the Georgia Republican Party thinks of me, I push for voters to get out and vote. And I know what happens if we turn these offices over to Democrats. And that's where I can hear through the camera, well, is that not what we've done already? We have a chance to put good people in these offices. That's not Democrats. All right, so folks, today is Tuesday. Give me fish fry. Fish fry. Can I get a fish fry? Can I get fish fry? Where's fish fry? Number 7. Central Georgia Republican Fish Fry 2025. It's on. Saturday, September 27th, 10 to 2. We're going to be live. We're doing a live broadcast from the Fish Fry. If you're a candidate out there, I keep saying it every single day. I can't speak for them, but call them and say, hey, I want to get down here. I want 5 minutes on the stage. Can I get 2 minutes? I don't know what they can offer you. Get down there, get a space, shake hands. If you're down there, do not complain. You want to meet the candidates, get down there and meet these candidates. I'm just telling you, meet them. And then they're having a gun rally. Number 8, raffle, gun rally. Gun raffle. I could get my R's. There you go, a raffle. Help support the Georgia GOP 8th District. Anyone else, you have to be 18 years old. Houston County, Georgia GOP. I got it. There you go. All right. So we're going to be down there Saturday. I'm looking forward to it. I don't miss a fish fry. Just saying. Okay, Diane, take that down. All right, before we leave you today, if you haven't already, make sure you download the Rumble app. It's free, simple to use, and the best way to stay connected to the content you want. Once you've got it, search for my channel right here. Search for my channel and hit follow. That way you'll get a notification every time we go live. No missed shows. No extra steps. You can grab it right now using the link in the description or the pinned live chat. Download it on your phone and you're ready to go. And if you prefer watching on the big screen, Rumble is available on all major streaming devices and smart TVs. Just search for Rumble, follow the channel, and be part of the action. Folks, I will be back tomorrow morning, as always, Wednesday morning at 8 a.m., and we hope you have a beautiful fall September afternoon.